On this episode, 500 houses came off the market last night. That's 20% of every deal that gets done in a year. And I may be wearing pants, and I may not. This real estate stuff is not easy, so send me your questions and I will answer them. This is the Ask Jason Show. Hello everybody, my name is Jason Piercey, and this is episode 40 of the Ask Jason Show. We have a guest in the room. He apparently found it funny when I said 40. He's rolling over laughing. Joe's gonna take a picture. Joe, can you put that picture right here? That's my man, Curran. This episode, I think it's important to note, I never ever do this, but I'm time stamping this episode. Today is November the 1st, 2017. The reason that is important is not because I'm gonna give Joe shit if he doesn't get it up fast enough. It's because I want you to have the context. Last night, the end of October, Halloween, at 12 o'clock, 506 listings expired in our local market. So 506 listings, houses that were for sale on October the 31st are not for sale today, November the 1st. Why is that important? It is a lot of houses, but what does it mean? How does it affect people who are thinking about putting their house back on the market? How many of them should? How many of them shouldn't? How many will? How many won't? How does it affect sellers? How does it affect buyers? What does it mean when something is expired? It means it failed to sell. Listing agreements, just like any other legally binding contract, has an expiry date. So a listing agreement, you have to say the day your house goes up for sale on the multiple listing and the day that it ends and comes down. 506 came down at the end of October. Just for context, how many that is? On average, in a typical market over the last 10 years, we sell about 3,000 houses in our real estate board. So the Newfoundland Labrador Association of Realtors, about 3,000. 500 listings is a lot. It's a lot. This year, we'll probably end up about 10% lower than that, maybe 2,600, 2,700. If you think about the size of that, that's huge. That's a big portion, especially given how deep into a buyer's market we are. Now, we've spoken about this a bunch of times. A buyer's market just means that if no more houses went up for sale, buyers continued to buy at the same rate, what is the absorption rate? So how long would it take for all of the houses to be gone? A buyer's market is like, say, more than 5 months for everything to be gone. So we're deep into a buyer's market. At least we were prior to last night, and I'm sure we still are. It just means there's less inventory now. So if there's less inventory, that absorption rate per month, it might be the same amount per month, but it takes less months now. And if it takes less months, we move from heavy buyer's market to less heavy buyer's market or more stability, depending on how many of these 506 go back to the market today, tomorrow, the next day, whatever the case. There are possibilities here. There are interesting things that could come out of this. One of the first places my head goes is if I had a seller, like Director Joe, if you asked me to sell your house, which you should, I'm just kidding. If you asked me to sell your house and you said that you wanted it to expire at the end of October, and it was because you didn't want to get into the winter months, you were planning big stuff for Christmas, you wanted to wait then until February or January or whatever the case to get up on the market, I wouldn't necessarily agree with you, but I wouldn't give you like a hard time about it. But now, I'd be like, I don't know, dude. 506 houses just came off the market. Your chances are different now. Less steep of a buyer's market. 500 houses came off. 500 buyers didn't just arbitrarily decide I don't want a house no more. Overnight, as soon as the clock struck 12 last night, 500 buyers didn't disappear. They're still out there. If you were planning not to be on the market in November and in December, this could very much change your strategy. I'm not saying that everybody needs to go back to the market now, but depending on how many of those 506 want to, you could have just picked up an advantage. Buyers, if you are listening, if they don't go back up and that trend continues, you're gonna lose some of your financial power. I don't use scare tactics to tell people go buy, go sell, do it. I'm not into that shit. I think it sucks. I think it's a crappy thing to do to people. In this instance, if you are a buyer who wanted to buy a house right now, there are now literally 506 less options. They might not all be in your demographic. They might not all be what you're looking for, but it signifies movement in our market. If you're a buyer, you're looking to buy, it got harder. Just today, from last night to today, it got harder. If you're gonna do it now. Because if this keeps moving, this buyer's market thing, when a buyer's market stops and you get into like a balanced market, or you get like less than a month worth of inventory and things sell really fast. I had a client send me something on Facebook just today. All of the houses I wanted to see are gone. Think about it, sellers. Think about what that means for you. Buyers, think about that what it means for you. I don't even know what I just said. I'm really excited about this. It could potentially signify a turn in our market. At the end of today and the end of tomorrow, I could look at the same data and see that we just listed 506 houses, in which case, sorry, this video is crap and it has no value. If that doesn't happen, I don't know. Think about it. That is all I have to say for today. Thank you for tuning in. Love you very much. No pants, no problem. Am I wearing pants? Am I not? You'll never know. See you next time. The Ask Jason Show exists so that you can get good real estate related information from a resource that you can trust. Now, speaking of resources you can trust, here's a couple I would trust to work with my mom. Because good enough for mom, I mean, good enough for you.